while I get my music set up. Okay. Let's see. There. You'll be able to see my artwork and slightly my face. Not really, though. So we'll just have you guys right there. So this sheet of paper, it looks clean to you, but there's some Sharpie marks like right here from the previous page, but it's all right because for this artwork, it's a-okay. So you're going to take a piece of paper. If it's like printer paper or very thin paper, I suggest putting another sheet like under it so it doesn't ruin whatever you're working on, because Sharpie will bleed through. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of paper, Sharpie, and maybe we may do some coloring later, but that is not guaranteed. It depends how long this takes, because I do know that this project personally takes a while. So if you do want some color, but you don't want to color in the project later, because it does take a long time, then you could grab some colored Sharpies and we'll just start. So I'm just going to start with the black Sharpie and start from one corner of my paper and just draw a squiggly line to the other corner. It doesn't have to be anything fancy because it'll still look amazing at the end. All right. So now, wherever you have like a hill, go to the peak of the hill and just draw a circle on every one of them. And it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. It just has to be somewhere on the peak of the hill. And so now you're just going to start with one dot and you're going to go to the next, but you're going to make it like an arch. And you could add as many arches as you want in between two dots. It doesn't have to be, it's as many as you want it. And I'm just going to fill some in at this top here. And because it's like a tiny space right here, I'm just going to leave it where it has one arch on each side of the current squiggly line, and I'll move on to the next dot. And for this one, just because it's a bigger space, I'm going to add another round of arches. And then I'm going to move on to the next one. And as I realize, for this artwork, I could do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and it'll have a nice design. And I'll show that to you right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have 2 arches on each side of the squiggy on the line here. And then we'll have 1 in the corner here. And see, it gives off a nice design here. And now I'm going to switch my Sharpie colors just because I'm not aware if I'm gonna color in the spaces here, because that does take some time and I currently do not have that. Maybe on another live I'll do that, but right now let's move on to our next color. Or if you do not have a next color, you could use the same color. It's totally up to you. So I'll start from the opposite corner. Usually you want to start off where it's like connecting, but I'm going to try a different tactic today and we'll see how it goes. So I'll start here and I'll stop where my I stopped right there where it connects so it doesn't ruin it. So basically, so I don't go through this one, and I'll just estimate where it would start if it were to go all the way through that circle. Okay, so we have it. We have it like that. And see how I skipped this, and it still looks like a cute design. Cool, whatever you want to describe it, whatever works for you. You don't have to do this. You could start from the intersection of where the lines intersect. But I haven't done this before, and I just wanted to try it out. All right. So, like we did with the first squiggly line, we are going to go to like the hill points of our now like pink, magenta, some type shade of pink line, and we're just going to mark the peaks. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, just somewhere roughly around there. Okay, and let's see. So this one, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they're back actually the same amount of peaks, spaces. They're equal, symmetric. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 to give off like a nice design. So there's 1. And when I meant like 1, 2, 3, 4, I meant one arc on each side of the middle line. So in total, like this has 1 circle, this will have 2, this will have 3, that will have 4. Okay. There. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And since this one is actually cut off and it doesn't restart until here, I'm not actually gonna close this next set of arcs because I'm going to make it look like it continues down here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And those were a little too big, but that's all right. Because I could add a line there, and now I have 1 arc there. 1, well, really 2, 3, 4. See? And then 4, sorry, now it's 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have it like an effect of the circle, these like 4 circles don't actually end. It just like goes under that big circle. So yeah. And then this one was 3. Three arches. Actually, 6 arches, 3 circles in total. Sorry about that. 2 for this one on each side of the middle line. And then this one has 1. There we go. And so it's like that. And honestly, ooh, my earbud fell out. Sorry about that. Keep saying sorry. Anyways, I kind of like this effect of where it starts and then stops. Like it gives the effect of this is in the background and this is up front. So I'm going to do that now with the black one of where these, I'm only going to do, so I'm going to add another black one here and another black one right there in between where we have a 2 and a 3 arches on each side. And I'm going to do the same here because this one's 3 and this one 2. So I'll put it right in that middle. And I am going to do it at where it connects, but I'm not going to draw right there. I'm going to start where there's no more this like pink color. So like there. And then I'll continue it on this side. So yeah. So this black line is actually gonna appear behind this pink magenta one. All right, so we'll do what we did earlier. This one they had many, it was hard to find the hills, but that's all right. It doesn't even have to be hills. You could make a straight line and just add random dots throughout it. Just don't add too much because sometimes then it looks crumpled and it doesn't look so nice. So yeah. So this one I may do the thin side of the Sharpie just to add Yeah. So this one was with the thick Sharpie. That one was with the thin one. But I also realized I don't. For now, we'll see later about that. So I may do that design more. Let's see. And now, let's see if I do a third one here. Okay. You know what? I might actually like that. Let's see. 4. So that's 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just actually edited this and I made it a thick, I used the thick side of the Sharpie and I did one arch on each side of the middle line. And then I took the thin side and then 2, went back to the thick and then 3, and then 4 with the thin one. And the thin is kind of hard to see on the camera, but you get the gist of it. If not, then please write a comment on the live chat and I will address that comment when I see it pop up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this one, just to keep up with the design of this, I'm actually going to do the thick one right here. So to display that at some point, this circle ended in the middle here, and then this this thick circle that I'm about to draw will end also in the middle. So it'll give off an illusion, I believe. And this one will do 5. So there's 2, 3. Actually, it kind of looks I was originally going to do 5 arches on each side of this middle line, but I only did 3 and I realized it looks nice right now, and if I add a 4th or even a 5th, it may not look as nice as it does right now. So sometimes plans just don't work out, and that's perfectly okay. So since that one was 3, I'll do 2 on each side of the middle line right there. And then I'll do 1 right here. And then back to 2. All right, and then 3 we're going to do right here. And because of how my paper is, because it is in like a spiral notebook, you could see it where the line like breaks just because the Sharpie didn't fit right there, but that's completely okay. And I quite enjoy how this looks, how this came out. And so I'm going to do this line now right here. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So there's a line there. I'm going to add a circle here. I have one right there, here. Okay. So we started out with 1 over here. And then this one's going to be 3. Yeah. We'll have 2 here. So what I noticed pretty early on in this artwork is that I'm starting off with 1, 2, 3, and depending how many dots I have left or spaces, depends if I go up to a 4th or if I start going down to 2, 1, and then back up just to see how it will appear. And so for this one, I'm going back to the thin, and we're going to do 3. Possibly 4. It may actually look better it may look more filled if we add a fourth. So I'm actually going to add a fourth ring on here. There we go. And then down to 3 again. And you could do this in any way you want to. It doesn't have to be a certain pattern. I'm just doing it so it makes more sense in my head and I have a more of a base plan that I could mess around with if needed to in this artwork. And we have one more right here. And that one is now complete. So let's move y'all. And so that's how that line showed up. That's how this one. And I think this actually looks quite nice. So now I'm going to go back to my next color. And I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do one right there. And then one right there. Yeah. I also didn't go into this with any plan. I'm just doing what I think would look cool after I completed a step that I had in my mind when it came to that point. So yeah. So now I'm going back to my second color. And if you have more colors, that's completely fine. Like this could be one color, your second, third, fourth, or third. You could color code this as any ways you want, or you could just keep it with one color. It's completely up to you. I'm just going based on what I had around me. Okay. So we got a hill there and there. And I did notice that this one has a thin side to it as well. So we're going to be using that on this, on these next two lines to make it look like the black ones I did somewhat. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize that was not in the view. Ooh, I just got Sharpie on me. And this live is going to go for 30 minutes and then I'll stop. And whatever I did not complete, I'll do tomorrow for another 30 minutes or as much as needed. So this one, let's see, it doesn't matter what I'll end with. So we right now have 2. I'm going to keep it at 2 and go down to 1 now. And then back to 2. And then back to 3. Okay. So that's how that, ooh, sorry about that. That's how that magenta pink line turned out right there. And now we'll do this similar line down like right there. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. There. Oof. Because of that hole I have right there, my line disappeared on me. Oh, I just added a dot. Oh well. We'll make it look like it was on purpose. That made it look like one. Okay. Okay. So our artwork is currently, so this is the top. Oh, we have to push you guys back a little bit. Currently looks like this, and I think it looks quite nice. For like a black and magenta pink theme, which was just the only type of Sharpies I had at the moment. So it looks like, ooh, I like it. But I do think that this right here has to be filled in, like right across right there. But at the same, sorry, I was just thinking while I was talking. I could add a pink line here because I don't want the pink and the black to touch another line. So I might have to find another Sharpie color before tomorrow. But right now I could add like a pink line right there. But down here, I'm going to have another color. And as I think about it, I'm going to have to get at least 2 more colors for that. Not that you don't have to have the colors not touch. I just, in my opinion, I think it would look nicer if they don't, just for this particular artwork. If you were doing all black, then you don't have to worry about it. Or if you have other colors with you, then it's completely fine. I'm just going based off what I'm thinking about right now. So we're going to add a pink line, pink magenta line, like right there. So yeah. And we, for this one, since it is close to like this big one, am not going to use the thin side. Ooh, wait. Actually, no. I'm going to use the thin side. I'm just not going to use the thick side. So I'll close that side up fully. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. So I did mess up a little bit there, but then I made it look like I just filled it in to make it not look so a mess, I guess. And so now it looks like this. And I'm trying to think of what to do without the same color clashing, just because I don't want it to. Because I like how you see the individual lines. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy some more Sharpies, preferably with the thin end and the thick side to it just because we got to make this cool design right here, which I haven't made before. And then this one just looks better next to the thick one. So yeah. Oh, my original one's not in here, but I do have some other art in here. My original one of when I made this is not in here, but that's completely fine. Actually, I'm gonna go grab that one real quick, so I'll be right back. So I'll just leave you guys to that screen. All right, I found it. So this first one I'm about to show you, I don't think is the one in my YouTube video of how to create it, but it looks like this when it's all colored in. So yeah, and then that one fell off, but that's all right. Ooh, this one I never finished. It's about to fall off, actually. Hold up. Oh, that was a different how to do video. This one, I'm pretty sure is the one in the how to do video of, where is it called? It's on my screen. Hold up, let me find it real quick. How to easily create an amazing artwork using paper and Sharpie. This is in that video. It's the one I created to how to create what we're currently making. So this is the end result all colored in. And this took some time to color again. So yeah. I also have it. So this is actually the third one I've ever made. So that's kind of cool because it does take some time. So that's the end of this live, and thank you for coming and joining me in coloring this artwork. It is not completed. We are going to complete it as how many days it takes in the next amount of lives. So please join me in tomorrow's live for continuing this artwork. Okay. Be sure to subscribe if you did enjoy this video and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live tomorrow to continue this, to see the continuation of this artwork. And be sure to give a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and you want to see that continuation. And be sure to leave a comment of a question you have for me or question about art or anything. So we'll see you all tomorrow and have a great day, and we'll see you all tomorrow. I feel like I said that a lot, but that's completely fine. Bye, y'all.